I know what you're thinking. Does he only own one tank top and one hat? The answer is yes. That's why I'm here on YouTube. Trying to get some YouTube shmoola, huh? JK. I'm like a cartoon character. I only wear one outfit a day. Alright? It's the same outfit. Okay. But let's get into it in other news, baby. We're talking about EA Sports UFC 5 once again because honestly, I feel like you guys like me talking this jazz about this game, so I got some things to say. You know, I'm a little chatterbox, so I'm gonna chatter it up. Alright, I'm gonna talk my jazz, as I like to say. Alright, so this video is gonna be a little different because I'm just gonna cut things into the video instead of, you know, showing some gameplay footage and then having YouTube drop an ad in my fucking face, because fuck that. Alright, sorry for the middle finger, probably got demonetized just for it. Don't give a fuck. Alright, so we're gonna get into this because EA, we want some changes and we want them yeah. Okay, maybe it's not gonna happen in this game, maybe it'll happen in 3 years for UFC 6, but listen, man, we have to tell them what the fuck is up, because if not, they're gonna reuse a bunch of assets and then next year it's gonna be the same thing. Alright, the same dang-a-lang thing, okay? Like I said, a turd covered in glitter. Presentation aspects only were great about it. It's not an unplayable game. That's not what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell you how to, you know, enjoy games. I'm not trying to tell you not to buy this game. Me personally, all I gotta say is I don't believe it's worth $70, so I'll whole video about it. But I'm just giving my objective take on this game, especially playing UFC games since 2009. Honestly, I just want to give my honest opinion because I want EA to do better. I want the UFC games to be better. And so, with that being said, let's get it started with the list of things that I have that I believe EA can improve on and make better for the next game that comes out in 2026 or 7. Jesus Christ. Alright, so let's get it started. Personalized fighter animations such as punches, kicks, takedowns. I believe it's something that can be mocapped. I believe that it's something that EA can do. We're acting like EA has no money, no resources, but it's EA Sports and they've been around for years, okay? Excuse me. Fucking years, alright? So to act like they don't have the accessibility to mocap or have the money to afford mocap and all these things for this game is bullshit, bullhickey. So individual fighter animations for, you know, I wouldn't say for all fighters, but for, you know, certain fighters, you can definitely add some cool fighter animations and things like that. And I'm pretty sure someone could do a good job of emulating some of these fighters. That's all I gotta say about that. Individual fighter animations will be much needed, and simple as that. I don't even know how else to put it. Okay, we definitely need that. I don't know why it's not in the game, and that's something that they should add in the next game, especially if they're gonna take 3 to 4 years or maybe 7. I don't know how long they're gonna take this time, but that's my first point. Second point that I have, the pre-fight face off. We should have an option during the pre-fight face off whether to touch gloves, to walk away from your opponent, and that's not when the round starts. I'm talking about pre-fight face off. Maybe that's a little thing, but I think it'll be a little cool feature they add, especially because they love presentation features. Why not add that little nook and cranny into your fucking system? Don't understand that. And it kind of builds up for the you know, online gameplay. Like maybe you play somebody you don't like, and then they say, do you want to touch gloves? And you say, he could suck a fat one. You know what I'm saying? Better than just automatically, you know, touch gloves, touch gloves. Random thing I'm throwing in there. So EA probably doesn't give a fuck about that. And honestly, you probably don't give a fuck about that. And rightfully so. It's not that big of a deal. Let's move on to the next topic. The roster. I believe they have enough to make a top 15 in each weight class. Some people are going to say, I think that's too much. I think white t-shirt boy or white tank top boy, you're just asking for too much. Am I? Fucking am I? The top 15 in each division, they're missing 3 or 4 from each division, especially the women's division. They did not give a fuck. They're missing like most of the top 15 to all these divisions. I just don't understand how they can have it. And it would be cool also if when you go on the roster you see the ranking of the fighter. That would be cool. I think it's a little feature that they could add, but something that would be a cool little feature to put in the game. So top 15 in each division. That's all I'm going to say about the rosters. I could give a fuck less about having Dan Henderson in the game 10 times, having the same model just copied and paste, and let Daniel Cormier look fit at 205. You guys got him looking like a goddamn fucking heavyweight at 205, and it's fucking downright disrespectful. All right, show some respect to Daniel Cormier, bro. He used to get in shape, okay? All right, and the next thing that I'm gonna talk about is new game modes. They added the online career mode, which is a cool addition. To be honest, I'm gonna play it just to try it out this weekend on stream, but not too interested in it. Honestly, I would rather these game modes that I'm about to name: a Pride mode, because it's EA and EA's done Fight Night Champion; a boxing mode. You know, they have bare knuckle basically, or backyard brawling, but they could have a boxing mode, just get bigger gloves. I don't think it's that hard to put that in the game. And a rivalry mode. The one thing I say that 2K does well is having a showcase mode for an individual player in 2K, NBA, and WWE 2K, how they have an individual wrestler having a showcase mode, such as Rey Mysterio last year, and then John Cena this year. I think that would be a fun feature to have in the game, and something that could be more, first of all, more content for content creators to actually go through these storylines and all that, and at the same time just have like more in-depth MMA knowledge put out there, and more MMA, jazz out there that's actually immersive to the people that are playing the game. They're like, oh shit, I love Izzy, so I'm gonna play the Izzy showcase mode. And that's another thing that EA could do better, is these game modes. They sold it this year. They literally phoned it in. They gave you an online career mode and said all the rest of the career modes, or all the rest of the modes in general. So definitely a new modes like Pride mode, which is an old mode from Undisputed 3, but a new mode for EA. Boxing mode or rivalry mode. I think those would be good additions. If you can't add all 3, add at least 1. That's it. That's it for the modes. And then let me get into new clinch system and a new ground game besides the submission system. Submission system is great. I'm not gonna lie. The seamless submissions and not having a mini game in there, it's a lot smoother. You gotta respect it, man. That's a portion of the game that you can't really say it's bad. It's something that's very, very much better than the previous models of having spam friendly mini games. So new game modes and the new clinch system, new ground game besides submission system. I fucked up because right now it's 6:30 a.m. and I'm making this video, but that's besides the point. New clinch system, new ground game. Definitely the clinch system is out of date. It's not even very simulation feel. It doesn't give you the feel of you're actually clinching in an MMA fight. All right, there's a lot more positions within the clinch that they need to focus on, and then putting your opponent against the cage, they do the same damn animation where they're just holding their opponent like this. Like, come on, man. Let's get some underhooks in there. Let's get some cool animations within the clinch system. I don't understand. Clinching is a big part of MMA and grappling, so we should definitely make that better, EA. All right, make EA great again. All right, next is for the online rank mode. Enable weight classes. Gosh darn it, how do you not have, you can't choose your weight class online? I feel like that's very simple to do, especially if like an independent game developers such as Steel City and Undisputed Boxing can do it. Why the Why the hell? Why the HE double hockey sticks can't EA do it? Make it make sense. But definitely need to enable weight classes in the online ranked mode where you can just choose instead of waiting an hour, waiting 30 minutes, waiting 15 minutes for the weight class to change. It's pretty ridiculous if you ask me. Next, and I'm gonna get to the last things, is all about the career mode. First, I'm gonna start with post-fight interviews in the career mode. You should have a post-fight interview in the career mode. Have DC come in, talk to you, maybe even, DC would be the best to have come and talk to you after a fight. Have it more interactive, because NBA 2K does that well, where, my player, even though it's pretty ass now, they have the interactive post-game interview, all that stuff. Maybe it's going to be basic. Maybe they honestly make it boring with like how they have like the same dialogue over and over again, but it's actually better to just have that than not have it at all. And I feel like post-fight interviews could be a good thing for EA and something that people are going to look forward to, like hearing the dialogue, and look forward to actually making content more when it comes to career mode, because honestly the career mode is ass. And this is something that I feel like if EA really worked on, they would have a lot more people enjoy the game, just solely on the fact that they can have so much fun with the career mode, so much fun with like the little dialogue pieces and all the stuff, but they just literally don't give two shits about anything, huh? Next is the actual story in career mode, and not just a big ass tutorial where you're just learning a bunch of moves throughout the whole time you're playing a career mode. Actually have it be a career mode, you know what I'm saying? Let us have fun with it. I don't understand why they make it that way, where it's just the same. They copied and pasted from last year the same career mode. They could honestly take away a lot of things that they have in the career mode and just add a more immersive story, just like Fight Night Champion did. Because Fight Night Champion, people can say whatever they want about the game. It's not the best, I believe. It's one of my favorite fighting games, I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, Fight Night Champion had a story mode where like it wasn't really any like, training, any of that stuff. I mean, you did do training throughout the thing, but it's not. It was really cool, the training as well, because it actually simulated some training sessions within boxing, which they had cool interactive mini games, which I thought were pretty straight. But they were more about the story mode rather than, the training camp and all this stuff. EA now with UFC 5 and UFC 4, the training camp is literally the most ass thing in the world. The sparring does not simulate actual sparring, unless you're sparring training like probably like a couple weeks out from your fight and you're just using MMA gloves. But use boxing gloves. If MMA gyms, they use boxing gloves when they're sparring and doing some training, because those 4-ounce gloves, yeah, them shits could do some damage, okay? Alright, so next, and the last two things I'm going to say, updated training and career mode. I just talked about it, but I think it's much needed, much necessary to talk about it again. They need to update the training and career mode, make it more simulating training in a MMA gym. Also personalize it for the fighters you're going against and their specialties. So like, let's say you're going against Islam Makhachev, you're working on wrestling through that whole training camp, you know what I'm saying? You're improving your wrestling because you're about to go against a wrestler. Obviously you'll work on some striking, but your main objective is to get your wrestling better throughout that training camp. I think that would be a really cool feature to add, where it's actually like simulating like, oh, you're going against this opponent, make sure that you work on this rather than this. You know what I'm saying? Because you have coaches for that reason. And the other thing that I want to add that I didn't write down is to add the MMA coaches from these different gyms. Bring these gyms to life. American Top Team, all the gyms, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Trevor Whitman's gym, I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, honestly, Henry Hoof, uh, Eric Nixick, all these cool MMA coaches, put them in the game. Why not ask them for, you know, a mocap or, you know, voiceover, things like that. Get them paid. You know, those coaches do a lot for these fighters and are honestly some cool people. So I think that they could really work with some of these coaches. Tim Welsh with Sean O'Malley, have them walk out with the fighters in the actual play now mode, and in the career mode you'll be able to choose what coach you want. That would be cool. If you don't do an immersive story, that would be a cool little feature to have. And also, creative fighter models need to be updated for real. They've had the same creative fighter models since I think like UFC 2 or maybe even the first UFC and EA Sports, and they haven't updated it even with a new fighting engine with Frostbite, whatever the fuck they said about that. So honestly, that's my opinion. That's what I think they could add to this game. That's what I think they could do differently. And it's just my opinion, man. I'm just an asshole in a white tank top talking my jazz, like I like to say. And I appreciate all the likes, all the new subs, all the new people that are joining the roller, baby. And we're live on Twitch Saturdays and Sundays usually. And join the community. We like to watch fights and like to do things for the community and all that jazz. So the links are down below. If you like any of the music in here, I haven't mentioned this yet on, you know, camera, but it's made by your boy, me, the roller. So thank you all, for real, from the bottom of my corazón. We've reached 1,000 plays on 2 total videos about EA UFC 5. And honestly, I did not expect any of that. I was just making videos solely off of my opinion. And to see that we have so many people that agree in the community and other people that are enjoying the game, keep enjoying the game, have fun with it, man. Because if you paid $70 for it, I hope you enjoy it. Because if not, you just wasted $70, and I don't want you to have a bad time with anything. I want you to have a good life, good time. I want you to be happy. I want you to fucking prosper. And I hope that you're having a great day. Hope you're gonna have a great night, great afternoon. And if you're enjoying the game, keep enjoying it. I'm honestly was saying that I wasn't going to make more videos about this, but we're more than likely going to make more videos about it, especially this weekend when we play more of the game. So thank you, man, to everybody who showed love, showed support in these past videos. We're not trying to be completely negative about the game, but we have to be honest about the game, because at the end of the day, EA needs to do better. Thank you guys, and I'm going to see y'all on the next video. Peace.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.